Hello, good people. I want to go ahead and get this out the way and say this now. Like, I don't know what's going on, but it's just crazy to me because, like, never in history, ever, have I ever seen where if you voted for somebody, people make you feel like, or talk about you, or talk to you like you're a part of some type of cult or you're some type of fanatic. It is weird. Like, even when Obama was running and people were so for, I was a part of the whole Obama. I was totally for Obama. I was in the lines. I was there supporting. I was all the way for it. And it was very much like a huge movement behind him, but nobody was really accused of being a fanatic or that's your king or worshiping him or none of that. But if you voted for Trump, somehow people treat you like you worship him. He's your God. You're a fanatic. Like, what? It wasn't so much as voting for Trump. It was so easy to vote against the Democrats. Who wants to vote for children transitioning? I was voting against children transitioning. I was voting against men in women's sports. I was voting against pornographic material in child schools. I was voting against illegal immigration just happening in mass. People were voting against the Democrats more than they were voting for Trump. And that's what you're not understanding. We're not in a cult. We're not fanatics about Trump. We don't think he's a perfect person, but we just think he's a better option compared to what we were being given. We voted against someone saying they're going to take our tax dollars and use them to help inmates, men, transition into women and put them in women's prison. Why in the world would I vote for that? And why do you have to demonize me because I don't agree with it to the point where I wasn't going to vote for it? Or anyone for that matter. Go ahead and unfollow me. Go ahead and unsubscribe. But the problem is this. You are unsubscribing and unfollowing and blocking and hating people that really have been there for you. People that really have value in your real, actual life. Because you have bought into this idea about Trump. So much so that you can't even see the good things he does or the bad things he does. All you see is bad. You can't even acknowledge a single good thing that he may or may not have done. It's insane. This level of divisiveness is scary. And that's what I'm concerned about. I'm not here protecting Trump. I'm trying to protect everybody's spirit right now. Like, what is wrong with y'all? This has never been like this. And you can say it's because Trump said this, Trump said that, Trump said this. Are you sure? Because I used to be in that same boat with you. I hated Trump for his first 4 years in president. You couldn't tell me nothing about Trump. I would argue with people and shut down the conversation because actually they had points that I couldn't argue, to be honest. And I was closed-minded. I didn't want to hear nothing anybody had to say good about Trump. And I thank God I came to a place of humility where I said, let me actually objectively look at this man and see what he did his first presidency, because he didn't blow the world up like I thought he might. And it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And when I looked at the objective evidence, I said, okay, I had to concede. I was wrong about a lot of things. And it's okay to be wrong. Does it mean I worship Trump now? Absolutely not. Does it mean I think Trump is God now? Absolutely not. I think Trump is hilarious. I think he's funny. I respect a lot of the things that he's doing right now. I appreciate a lot of things he's doing. Do I think he's like a good person? I don't know. Probably not. But has he done more to benefit me? I believe so, yeah. That's what I believe. Now, if you're a trans person or somebody who wants to play if you're a man who wants to play in women's sports, okay, maybe you do hate him. But I really don't understand this need. It's a need that people have to demonize people who voted for Trump. What is wrong with you? Like, literally, what is your problem? We don't call her Queen Kamala and be like, yeah, she was you guys were worshiping her. What is going on? I'm just confused, man. The level of hate is sickness. So yeah, go ahead, unsubscribe. Okay, fine. Life is going to keep on going. Things will keep on going and happening exactly as they are. And 4 years from now, we're going to have a whole new president who half the country can hate again. Like, life goes on. And at the end of the day, if the ship sinks, we're in it together. Trump ain't going to be sinking with us. Nobody in the administration they're going to be safe. We're going to be down here. And hopefully we're not going to be fighting amongst ourselves, because that's what it looks like. Instead of picking each other up and actually remembering we're friends, we're neighbors, we're family, and loving one another. Instead, Who you vote for? Who you vote? You voted for? This is your fault. Like, what? Can we stop? Can we just stop? Can we just stop? Maybe that's too much to ask. Maybe that's just like, I really am having a hard time understanding your vitriol towards this man. You've been watching too much mainstream media. You've been watching too much news, maybe. I don't know. I don't involve myself with it like that, but I'm confused. I did used to hate Trump at one point, but that was 5 years ago now. And I was listening to those sound bites that the mainstream media clips out. And one day I wised up and went and watched whole videos. I watched the whole speech and realized they've been gassing me this whole time. They've been gaslighting me the whole time. They said he didn't say this. They said he didn't say that. They said he wouldn't say this. He said he wouldn't say that. Now I just watched him say it a dozen times at least. I mean, it does not take, I mean, I guess it does take a lot. It takes a lot to be humble, to humble yourself, to actually do some research objectively, to stop listening to the same people spewing the same things that are hateful. Like, there's a reason why so many people voted for that man. And everybody who voted for him is not inherently evil. Everybody who voted for him is not stupid. Everybody who voted for him is not a stooge. Everybody who voted for him does not lack common sense. And they got y'all all stirred up about Elon Musk. But nobody was stirred up. They weren't doing that when Bill Gates was in here telling y'all to take this experimental drug, this experimental medicine, vaccine. Nobody was saying, what does this billionaire want access to our bodies for? Why is this billionaire who invested in these companies want us to take this stuff? Nobody was doing that. But Elon Musk, oh, he wants our Social Security. He's going to have our Social Security. He don't. You are poor. You are broke. That man has billions. Like, he's worth like $500 billion. Do you really? What is your what value does your Social Security number have to him? Please give me a answer that makes sense. Speaking of common sense, since none of the people who voted for Trump have common sense, where's the common sense in that? That nobody was against this billionaire Bill Gates funding and being behind and propagating a experimental vaccine globally. Nobody was, oh, we don't want that billionaire. He's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. He's wicked. He's evil. Nobody in the mainstream media was doing that. But suddenly, Elon, he's a billionaire. He's auditing the Social Security. Come to find out, it's like 40 million people or something crazy like this that are still in the system that are dead. And you guys are worried about him having access to your data? What? It's people in China right now that can hack your phone if they want to. You talking about privacy and security? It is at an all-time low. These phones are so easily hackable, it's scary. If somebody really wanted to steal from you, you don't even have nothing to steal. The average American, especially somebody getting Social Security. What do you think he's going to do with people's Social Security number? Go open up accounts in their name because he needs to? What are you afraid of? I'm just so confused. It makes no sense. And just so you know, a federal judge shot down any attempt to try to stop him from doing what he's doing based on these accusations and worries because it's not constitutional and there's no grounds for it. The man has a top security clearance and the president has given him the right to do these things. Like, nobody had a problem with him before now. Now that he's auditing all of these agencies, which, hey guys, I don't know if you know, but we're in debt. The whole nation, national debt is like trillions and trillions of dollars. It's out of this world. If I was in debt, I would want somebody to audit my spending. An accountant should definitely know that. Anybody who's an accountant should definitely know that. Anybody who has a bank account should know that. Anybody who spends money should know that an audit is what you need when you're in debt. It should not be something that's so crazy to think. And to think that you would want an independent agency to do it makes perfect sense, especially an independent agent who doesn't need the money because he has so much of it. Common sense, where is it? Billions and billions and billions of dollars are being thrown away. And that's your money. That's my money. That's our tax dollars being thrown away, given away to different countries for different reasons, to different companies for different reasons, and you guys think that these politicians, these Democrats, aren't getting these kickbacks? And that's why they're stirring up all this nonsense and trying to make you so mad? So you don't even see what's happening, the truth that's being exposed right now? I don't care who likes Trump. Whatever. But to the point where you dislike somebody so much that you can't even see anything good that they're doing is scary. The point that you can't even hear anything objectively is scary. And I was there. And I thank God I'm not there. So it's just so weird for me now in this place, like, to still see it's being perpetuated. And I really don't understand how after everything that Biden promised y'all that he didn't do, y'all still got y'all student debt. I still got mine. What happened to that promise? After everything that people have seen, like, I just don't understand like how you can be so hateful towards somebody for not voting with you in lockstep with you. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I'm only addressing this because I have to believe this is an evil spirit. Because the Bible said that in Proverbs chapter 6, 16 through 19, God said, one of the things that is an abomination to him, one of the things he hates, he says there are 6 things, no 7, that the Lord does despise. Okay. One of the things that he despises is anyone who causes division amongst brothers. So all of this division, all of this divisiveness, and so much of it is based on lies. It's truly disheartening. It's disheartening because there are people like, man, it's just sad, bro. It's just sad. We should be coming together right now. That's what we should be doing. Families should be coming together. But instead, people are disowning grandparents and disowning their children and cutting off relatives because they can't understand their perspective, and they have no desire to understand their perspective. That's the thing. They don't want to understand their perspective. And it boils down to, you just don't respect somebody. You don't respect their mind. See, if you voted for Kamala, if you voted for that, I can respect your mind and say, well, that was your decision. You have your reasons for doing that. I can respect your feelings and say you felt that that's what you wanted to do. So I respect that. I don't understand it completely. I don't agree with it. But I don't have to disrespect you. I don't have to look down on you. I don't have to demonize you. I don't have to hate you or be mad at you for how you chose to vote based on your own independent thinking, your own independent reasoning, and the way you felt and what you believed. But if you have a need to do that to somebody else, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Because it used to be people where it was okay to be a single issue voter. I only voted for this because I believe in abortion, or I only voted for them because they were for cutting government spending, or I only voted for them because you name it. They were for gay marriage. People used to get by with that, and nobody was, you know what I'm saying? Nobody was like, oh, you worship that man. Now it's like, you voted for him. That's your king. You stupid. Like, no, I just don't want men playing women's sports. And I very much feel passionately about it. I don't want X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, E, F. And that's why I voted for this. And y'all can't respect that. Y'all can't be like, okay, well, I don't agree, but yeah, I respect it. That's your independent thinking. You have the right to think independently and feel how you feel passionately about drag queens going to school and reading books to kids. That's not appropriate. That's the type of stuff, maybe pornographic materials in children's school libraries. Maybe that stuff needs to stop. You feel passionately about that. I understand it. I can respect it. But you literally have no respect for another person's thinking and the way they think and the way they see the world. That is sick. Get yourself together. You can unsubscribe. I'm not here to tickle nobody's ears. I'm not here to make nobody feel good about themselves. I'm here to speak the truth. And that's the truth. Whoever you voted for is your business, first of all. We shouldn't even be talking about it. That's your business, who you voted for. Why are you harassing somebody else about who they voted for when that's not even your business? What happened to privacy? You just want to know so you can feel superior to somebody, or you can have somebody to look down on, or you can have somebody to now abuse, neglect, mistreat? because they don't agree with you? Man, that's crazy. When people talk to me his first term, I can say I didn't agree with them. We got into arguments about Trump. And like I said, I was very bullheaded. I was very much, I'm not talking about this. That's enough. Shut down the conversation. I was very stubborn. I was very unwilling to listen. But one thing I was not willing to do was cut people off and hate them. I was not willing to ridicule them because they saw something in him that they liked. I was not willing to try to bring them down a notch because they thought differently than I do. But y'all are so eager and willing to do that. What is wrong with you? That has nothing to do with Trump. That has nothing to do with Kamala. That has everything to do with your heart. That has everything to do with your spirit. The fact that you are disrespectful, condescending, and arrogant. And you think you know more than somebody else. And you might know more than somebody else. And that's fine. But you need to have respect for people and understand that everybody's not going to think like you. Everybody's not going to feel like you, and everybody's not going to vote like you. That's the whole point of the process and of the procedure. Get it together. Hate me, love me, dislike me, whatever. I'm just saying this because it needs to be said, and I'm sick of people that I know supposed to be my family can't even stand in my corner when we walking the same type of walk in life. And they can't even acknowledge me or show any love to me. And this is their excuse. This is their excuse. Don't let it be yours. Because that's all it is, an excuse. You already was hateful. You already was judgmental. You already was condescending. You already was arrogant. You already was a group thinker. You already was like that. You already was divisive. Stop using Trump as an excuse to be who you are and just be who you are. Come to terms with it. Or realize that's how you are and be better. That's why I'm making this message. Be better. You don't have to hate nobody for nothing like that. Good God. And I hope this word edified and built somebody up today. I hope it made sense to somebody today. I do. And that's what it is, guys. I got another message that I do want to relate to y'all, though. Totally unrelated, but I needed to get that off my chest. And I'm sure that the sentiment is felt by many people, not just me. But if you feel like so strongly, take it up with God. Take it up with God. Because a lot of us didn't vote for Trump as much as we voted against what was happening to this country. And if you can't acknowledge that, that's nobody's problem but your own.